So the process is what you would do is select a package of 3 as-is properties. Like I said, you can get up to 3 without making the refinancing scenario complicated. So let's keep it simple. Select a package of 3 as-is properties. You're going to come to the table and settle with. You're going to come to the table with $30,000. Our lending company, like I mentioned before, we've got a sister lending company that lends to other investors who are doing the same thing here that we do. They're going to lend the rest of the money. So you're coming to the table with $30,000. Our lending company is going to come with the rest. Our construction management department is going to renovate the properties at an absolutely fixed price and on an absolutely fixed time frame. There are no change orders here. There is no, oh, we pulled back that wall and we found that we've got to really rip out these 2 walls, and so it's going to be an extra $4,000 in the contract price. We don't do that. We're the experts in renovating. We have an absolutely fixed price, and we have an absolutely fixed time frame. So there's no time overruns where a 60-day or a 90-day job ends up taking 4, 5, 6 months, or a 6-month job ends up taking a year. We're going to have an absolutely fixed time frame. When the property is finished, we're going to hand it over to our property management team, and everyone's on staff here at Dominion, so everyone works together. And we're going to screen and select Section 8 tenants, place the tenants, handle all the paperwork, and then manage the property. Literally, you don't have to lift a finger. We're going to just send you a management statement and a check on a monthly basis. When the property is rented, you're going to refinance and take out our lending company with very cheap, interest rates are still very low, with cheap 5.5% permanent financing. So the $10,000 per property, the $30,000 that you came to the table with, our lending company is going to lend the rest, and then at the end you're going to refinance and use conventional financing to take out our sister lending company. And so still at the end of the day, you never came to the table with any additional money. Still just that $30,000 that you had down. So let's run through the numbers here. For you numbers folks, just talking about exactly what an average deal would look like. So from acquisition through refinance, what the cash flows are going to look like. These are just average numbers of a typical deal. And this is on a per property basis. So you're going to have a $30,000 as-is property that you buy. You're going to hire our construction company to do a $45,000 renovation for you. There's going to be about $3,000 in title and transfer taxes, and our lending company is going to charge some fees up front, and we're going to escrow 6 months of interest up front, just so that you don't have to keep coming to the table. You don't have to keep cutting checks. We're just going to take all the interest up front so that $10,000 per property that you come with is all that you ever have to come with. So and roughly speaking, around $7,000 covers our lending company's fees and 6 months of interest on the loan. So $85,000 of the total costs per property. Basically your cost basis in each property is going to be $85,000. The DFS loan, DFS is our lending company, Dominion Financial Services. So their loan is going to be $75,000 of that. What you're coming to the table with is $10,000. These properties are going to appraise on average for around $100,000. So your total cost basis is $85,000. Your appraised value when it's renovated is $100,000. So right there, you've already got some imputed equity in the deal. And then once the property's rented, you're going to go to your conventional lender. We're keeping it simple. You're going to have a conventional refinance loan, 75% LTV, loan to value, 75% loan to value. So 75% of that $100,000 appraised value is what their refinance loan is going to be. That $75,000 loan you see there is from the conventional lender is going to take out the DFS loan. So that pays off, the refinance pays off our lending company so that we get paid and we can recycle the money. So you can see here, once you come to the table up front with that initial $10,000, there's no additional checks for you to cut there. All right, after the property is rented, we want to make sure that this thing pays for itself, that it actually covers all of the expenses, and like I said previously, actually and then some. So on average here, 3-bedroom Section 8 unit in the city here is giving about a $1,300 monthly gross rent. your principal and interest with a $75,000 conventional loan with a 30-year amortization, which means it pays down over 30 years if you just make the minimum payment each month, and a 5.5% interest rate, which is what the market is right now for this kind of loan, is about $426. Property taxes, on average, are about $150 a month for this kind of rental property, which is high. We got a high tax rate here in the city, but that's the city. Your insurance is going to be about $33 a month. The water bill, Section 8, under Section 8, at least the way we set it up, is the landlord pays the water bill. You get a little bit higher rent for that. So we like to just, since we're responsible for the water bill as the property owner anyway, we like to just go ahead and include that in the rent. $130 a month for property management, which is 10%. That's market rate for property management in Baltimore. And then I put in an estimate of $100 per month in repairs and maintenance, which is pretty conservative, given that these properties are all going to be newly renovated and lead-free in the interior. So $1,300 monthly rent, subtracting all of those expenses, leaves you with $421 of free cash flow per month per unit. So what we're going to recommend here is that you save up that free cash flow per month to build up a turnover reserve. So when eventually the tenant's going to move out, you're going to have to go in there and paint and carpet and turn the property over, and then 10 years from now you're going to have to replace the roof or redo the roof. So you want to reserve. We're going to build up a capital reserve for those scenarios, and then use the excess beyond that to pay down your debt quickly. More quickly than just the 30 years that the loan prescribes. There's no prepayment penalty, by the way, under these loans. So if anyone had that question, that's not the case in this kind of loan. So here's really where we think it really gets very interesting, is getting to the finish line faster. The finish line, the finish line being to pay these properties off and own them free and clear, so that you can so you don't have to pay that monthly mortgage amount, and you can keep all of the excess cash flow for yourself, or sell the properties with a lot of imputed equity, and just put a lot of cash in your pocket if you wanted to sell the properties down the road. So $420 per month of free cash flow is $5,000, roughly $5,000 a year in free cash flow. I did the math based on our assumptions for how long a Section 8 tenant stays, how much our average turnover costs, and about $1,500 a year is enough is on average what we think you need to put into a capital reserve. Under this scenario, to make everyone feel comfortable, I'm increasing that and saying let's put $2,500 a year into a capital reserve account. So with the $2,500 a year is going to go into the capital reserve account. The remaining $2,552, again all on average, we're going to say you should put that to increased principal reduction, to reduce your debt more quickly, to pay the property down so you can own it free and clear faster. What this does on the amortization schedule, by taking that extra $2,552 per year, and just on an annual basis, just say at the end of the year you say, hey, yep, I got $2,552 left over, let's put it to debt. Doing that decreases the time it takes you to pay off your loan, takes it down from 30 years as the loan prescribes down to 14.3 years. So you can cut the time it takes you to pay off this house in half by being conservative, being disciplined, and taking that excess money and paying down principal on an annual basis with that. So when you break down these numbers, the scenario I just described, you're going to invest $10,000 per unit today. So $10,000 times 3, but on a per unit basis, $10,000 today. In 14.3 years, you're going to own $152,000 of real estate. And that's the $152,000 just comes from, it's a $100,000 appraised value today, assuming a 3% increase in real estate values, which is the historic average. Assuming 3% increase per year in 14.3 years, that's roughly $152,000. So you're going to invest $10,000 today, and in 14.3 years own $152,000 of real estate free and clear without any mortgages on it. You do that math, and that's a 21% return on your investment. Think this is a very smart decision. Obviously much better than all of our 401ks are doing right now, all of the mutual funds that we were told to buy are doing right now. And it's investing in tangible assets with, I've even talked about the depreciation benefits of owning real estate, and you should talk to your accountant for that. But it's investing in tangible assets on stable blocks with stable federally subsidized rent to tenants who can't bang up your house and can't not pay because they'll lose their voucher status. And so we think that this is a phenomenal opportunity. Obviously, like I said, we're building 60 or 70 of these and adding 60 or 70 of these units to our portfolio each year. And we think that given the financing market right now, it makes a ton of sense right now to just keep it simple and build 3, because 3 is a lot better than none. And if you have $30,000 to invest, $30,000 can have you own $450,000 of real estate in just 14 years. So if you've got a couple young kids right now, 14 years is about the investment timeline that you're looking at. So and if you're looking to retire, say you're a baby boomer, 14 years is, and wouldn't it be nice to have a real nest egg that you can count on? So how to get started? What you do is email Andy at thedominiongroup.com. Andy works with our lending company. He runs our lending company. He's going to have you fill out a financial pre-qualification package, which he's going to screen you and say, hey, yeah, you're going to qualify for this kind of loan. Like I said previously, 660 credit score. As long as you don't have crazy credit card debt, as long as you've got a stable job, then you should pre-qualify. This isn't a complicated loan to pre-qualify for here. Once you're pre-qualified, we're going to put together several 3-property packages for you to choose from, and at that point we can move forward to closing. And I'm sure you're going to have some additional questions here. To get those answered for you, contact our sales rep. His name's Jonathan Day. Really nice guy, great guy. This is his cell. His number is 410-591-3841, and you can call John, and he'll be able to help answer any questions that you have. So how to find us? Like I said previously, we've got 20 employees working here every day at 1029 Calvert Street in Mount Vernon in Baltimore. You can follow us around Baltimore at www.thedominiongroup.com. That actually shows a lot of our rental renovations and retail renovations. You can see videos of projects from start to finish, see exactly what we're doing. We're very transparent about what we're doing right here. There's a lot of work in Baltimore City, and we're encouraging new investors to come into the market. One of the reasons that we're extending this program really kind of to the general public here. If you want to see more of our rental renovations, you want to get some more pictures, see more pictures of the interiors, go to Baltimore'sBestRentals.com. That's actually our advertising website for tenants when they want to look at our properties. You can see interior pictures of all of the properties that we have on our current rental list right now. And then one of the features that we've built out here on this website, www.buildrentals.com, is that you're able actually to follow your projects online and see the progress. We go out every couple weeks to each of the properties that you have under renovation, that we have under renovation for you, and either do videos or take pictures on a bi-weekly basis. So in the comfort of your home, wherever you're at, you're going to be able to check up on us and see how your property is going along, so that you can see that there are guys working there, the progress is being made, and that no one's slacking on the clock here. So we are also on Facebook and Twitter. On Facebook, you can find us at Learn the Practice, which is part of the real estate education side of the company, and we're also on there under Dominion Rentals, which is the turnkey program we're talking about here. Or if you want to follow us on Twitter, we're on Twitter at Dominion Group, and basically you'll get tweets about Baltimore City real estate investing whenever every couple of days we'll put something up on there about our observations running around the city buying houses here. So I appreciate your time. Look forward to working with you, and If you have any questions, again, call Jonathan Day at 410-591-3841, or to move forward, shoot Andy an email at andy@thedominiongroup.com, and we look forward to helping you invest in securing your retirement or building your child's college education.